Well, it's Children's Mental Health Week, and for more on the issues facing youth, we're joined live by Aubrey Noronha, the founder of Hello Hope Canada and Safe Schools, mental health and anti-racism speaker. Aubrey, it's really great to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
You go to schools all over. You speak to hundreds of students. Let's talk about some of the issues that they're facing today, because I don't know what it's like to be a teenager today.
Yeah, I have so many conversations with students these days, online, in assemblies when I'm doing high school or elementary school assemblies, in the hallways. And what I'm realizing is they need hope more than ever. And they need to trust that we, as the grown folks, have them covered.
Okay, so how do we have those conversations, whether we are, an uncle, aunt, a relative, or a parent?
I think our presence, just being there, literally opens up the door to these kids' hearts. Whether they're 17 years old and they're used to being on TikTok all day, or whether they're 8 years old and they just want to play with Lego, literally the conversations open up just by being there. And I see that with my own kids. I don't have to know everything about all of the little toys and gadgets, but just being there literally can open up their hearts to the convo.
Can you give us some basics to start the conversation and also, probe the conversation a little bit further?
Yeah, some of the basics that I found works for me is literally getting creative with the questions we ask. Instead of, how was your day? Sometimes it's literally, what's one thing that made you smile today? What's one thing that you found difficult today? Get real specific. And I find that whether it's a teenager or a young student, it can open up such a conversation that's rich.
So you were just saying how you were speaking to 600 students, and a few minutes in, you started crying. Talk about that.
I'm realizing I used to be a corrections officer, and I used to work with youth who were in trouble with the law. And then I bring the heart behind that work into my work with students across Ontario. And what I found is, if I keep it honest, keep it 100 with what's happening in my personal world with them, the authenticity goes right into their hearts. So I was at a presentation at Hamilton Wentworth District School Board yesterday, 600 high school students. And I told them I was just going through something real difficult. Half an hour before I came on this stage, I was crying. And I said, you know what though? If I bring that authenticity here with you, with a little bit of hope, I think we can get through this together. And a bunch of these kids came up to me crying and saying, thank you for being real. That helps us feel like we can be real.
Can you give us a little bit of the hope and instill some of that inspiration so that we can, take that with us as we go into the weekend and next week and beyond?
This is what I like to say. I came across this quote a couple of years ago, and it changed my life. And it simply said, instead of trying to see through one another, let's see one another through. Right? In a day and age where whether it's parents and guardians or students, we're all distracted, and we don't necessarily give a care about the people on the left or on our right who are strangers, and we do see through one another. Let's flip that to seeing one another through. Let's get each other to the end of the school day, end of the week, end of the semester, end of the work week, end of the month, end of our careers.
Let's see one another through. I love it. Aubrey Noronha, the founder of Hello Hope Canada and Safe Schools, mental health and anti-racism speaker. Aubrey, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching CP24 Live at Noon.